Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Hannah Dennis, and this summer spell is continuing as we go through this week. Along with the mugginess, that humidity is going to be sticking around for a little bit longer, and then we're going to see some rain this weekend. So that is some good news. We get to end our dry stretch, but unfortunately it does look like it is happening this weekend. Here are those dry conditions across the state right now. You can see it covers majority of the state at this point. If our dry stretch were to continue and we weren't going to see some rain, we can see these dry conditions turn into drought conditions, and then that could start causing some problems across the state. But that is not the case. You can see we have several chances for rain going into this week. They really increase as we go into Thursday, especially Thursday night into Friday, and then Friday into the weekend. We're going to have a nice cold front arriving Friday into Saturday, bringing us some fall-like temperatures along with some potential thunderstorms. Right now, nothing severe is expected, so that is some good news. Just going to be a lot of rain and probably some rumbles of thunder, but this is what we are looking at so far. Now, I did say it was going to be a humid week, and I'll show you just how humid going through this futurecast. This is looking at dew points, and you can see that right now it is a bit on the humid side, a little bit noticeable, but it is not too bad. That is going to be the trend going throughout this week. It is not going to be miserable, but it's going to be very noticeable. As we go into Tuesday, it does get a little bit more humid as we are going into that day. And so with those warmer temperatures, we are definitely going to have a bit of a heat index, but it's going to be bearable. As we go into Wednesday, things get a little bit better, but then Thursday, it really ramps up. You can see how humid it's going to be on Thursday. So we're going to see that humidity increase before we get this cold front that's going to bring us those nicer temperatures. Now, as we are looking ahead, right now we're at 130 consecutive days of seeing 70 degrees or higher. Only 3 days away from that second place spot, 9 days away from that first place spot, which we just set just last year. And it looks like we have the potential to break it. This is looking at the next 6 to 10 days. And you can see that Iowa is still going to be seeing those warmer temperatures as we round out the month of September. So very likely that we are going to be breaking that record. And if we take a look at the rest of the U.S., you can see that we are all going to be warming up. However, in that far northwestern corner, they are going to be seeing their average temperatures for this time of year. So hopefully we are going to be cooling off to that average, but we do have to wait until we get to the weekend. Now, something to look forward to is the harvest moon. It is happening tomorrow night, and there is a few things that is happening with this harvest moon. It is going to be a supermoon, which means its orbit is going to be closer to Earth, making it appear to be bigger to us. And not only that, we have the potential to see a partial lunar eclipse, which is pretty cool. A lunar eclipse happens when the sun and the moon are facing each other, but the Earth is right in that center, casting a shadow over the moon that you'll be able to see. So the timing of this lunar eclipse is going to be happening later in the evening hours. It'll begin at 7:41 p.m. tomorrow night. The peak of it is going to be at 9:44 p.m. So if you want to be able to see it right now, it looks like the clouds are going to cooperate with us. We'll be able to see it. And then after this, our next full moon is going to be happening on October 17th. But tonight, we're not going to have that harvest moon tonight, but it is going to start looking a little bit bigger. Get down to 66 degrees overall. Nice night. We will see those passing clouds every now and then tomorrow, 87 degrees. It is going to be a warm day, especially with that humidity. So we are going to have a little bit of humidity with all of this throughout this week. There is a small chance we could see an isolated shower or two, but it is mostly going to be staying off towards the west half of the state. And then taking a look at the next 7 days, you can see we keep those upper 80s until Friday. Then that cold front comes in and knocks our temperatures down to the 70s. It's going to make it feel more like fall. You can see that our rain chances increase going into the weekend. Sunday is the autumn equinox, so that is going to be really marking fall, and we're going to have those fall-like temperatures with it. And then as we look at the next 10 days, you can see that we keep those 70 degrees going into that following week. So we're going to get back into that average temperature range for this time of year. We just have to get through this one more warm stretch before that cold front arrives.